Hello everyone, my name is Brian Wilkins and I am about to do a daily programmer challenge. So daily programmer challenge, for those that don't know about it, are random challenges that people post on um, Reddit to have other people try to solve them with code. So we're going to work on this easy one. So this one is called rack management. So it's powered by Scrabble. Determine whether you can make the given word using the given tiles. However you like. You don't need to read from the program's input. That does the logic. Okay, good. That'll make it easy. Representing a set of tiles as a single string, but you can represent whatever structure you want. So, examples: Latinly, daily, true, eerie, eerie. Okay, so can we spell the word? Is this valid? Okay. And then these question ones are mystery, so we'll work on that later. Okay, so we actually have some sample input here. So we're gonna do this. What number is this? This is 294. So so I personally like to. I'm kind of trying to learn Python here. Actually, we'll do this in JavaScript. So I'm kind of trying to do JavaScript here. We have some input. Let's do easy.js. And then post this. And then we'll say, let's turn this into some output. And we'll comment this out because we're trying to do. I like to do test-driven development for this kind of stuff. Kind of helps me. Kind of helps me work through the problem and try to work on things little by little. So if we do node % here, we're gonna run this, and it should probably give us an error message. So yeah, Scrabble is not defined, so we have to define Scrabble. So that's like one of the nice things about TDD is you kind of work in small batches here. So we'll define a Scrabble method. This might be ES6, but whatever. And we'll see if this errors out on me. Okay, so that worked. So it gave us false because it returned nothing. So let's say return true. Okay, so we got that to pass. And that's, like, it may seem like that's kind of bad that it passes, but it didn't actually pass the test. But that's actually kind of good because now this is like actually a regression test. All.log. So now you kind of want to get like this to pass in the simple way as possible, and this is 100% the most simple way possible. So we're gonna rerun this, and we get false. So that's good. We're doing a comparison, so we're expecting that everything returns true, and everything did not return true. So here we can kind of implement some logic here. I'm thinking that our steps should be we're going to be getting a list of files, or sorry, a list of letters, and we want to say if that list can create a new string. List to create. So what I'm kind of thinking about right now is we take each letter, and then put that into a dictionary with the number of letters, or letter points to number of letters, and then we compare the two. So so this is actually a list of tiles, and this is Word. And then we'll check to see if we can ooh, this is interesting. We can compare. We can extract the tiles from the Word, and then for each Word tile, check to see that the equivalent in our tiles is greater than or equal. So that kind of makes sense. We're kind of going to go through each of our tiles, create a dictionary. Then we're going to go through each word tile. We're going to create the same dictionary from our word, and then we're going to go through each word tile and compare the two. So let's write this function to separate letters. Tiles from Word. And then we can also, let's run a little test here. Log tiles from Word. And then we'll do .w equals 1. Because in JavaScript, it would technically be like something like this. Like this is valid too, but you can kind of shorthand it to just be the dot syntax. It's kind of nice. So then we'll say Word. We'll make a new dictionary. New. I can kind of explain this. So this object.new here, it'll create a new object and it'll pass in nothing, and then it'll give you nothing back. So if we just created an empty object, the empty object would have like 2 string methods and stuff like that attached to it. But because we're passing in nothing, it doesn't have any methods associated with it. So that should be helpful. So we're going to do word.map. Let's see, we actually want to collect. Let's look up the syntax for collect. JavaScript. Because we want to like make a running tally of all of our letters here. Or we can do word.each. Oh, yikes. The internet is not with me. All right, well, this is when we do a little REPL-driven development. For those of you that are unfamiliar with this is when you kind of try to prototype stuff out. And in doing that, you just kind of write your code line by line and hope that, kind of hope and pray. So I'm going to just kind of guess here that Okay, so it looks like collect isn't here, but that shouldn't be too much of an issue. Oh, we can do for letter in word dict of letter plus equals 1. And then here, I'm not really sure what happens if we try to get like plus equal on a null. So dict equals object dot new. Okay, we'll have to change that. I just realized we could probably do this with a count if that exists here. Oh, whatever. Does not exist in JavaScript. So dict plus equals 1, not a number. Okay. Okay, I know what just happened. So the problem there is that we added to something and it was not valid. So here we'll just do of letter undefined. If so, dict of letter equals 1. Dict of letter plus equals 1. And then we'll return dict. And then we can run this. So we got an error, 4 letter in word. I think this needs parentheses around it. And we got false, true, true. Okay. Okay, let's see what dict is. It's undefined. Okay. Log letter. Sometimes you can get a little bogged down with the console statements. So letter was 0. Oh, I think it's of. There we go. Oh, I don't know what happened there. Yeah, so we were trying to iterate through, and we got all of the keys instead of all of the letters. And we passed. Okay. That'll be helpful when we're comparing the two. But so here we'll say our tile dict equals tiles from word passing in tiles, and we'll say word equals oh, and we have to so right now we have our tiles, and so we want to do a comparison here. So we're going to do for tile in for word tile of word dict. We want the keys. So this will go through each key and we'll compare them. So let's actually see what happens when we do this. So A1 for L of object console.log L. See, iterator is not a function. So what happens if we do keys? Okay, so this one gives us, we want the letter. So in word. So we'll do a comparison. If tile dict of the word tile is less than w tile of word dict of w tile, return false. Otherwise, return true. All right, let's give this a whirl. Tile dict. Oh, you need parentheses here. Classic JavaScript. And unexpected token parentheses. That was on line 31. Well, that's odd. There is no 31. Oh, that's why we missed out on closing that for loop. And we didn't spell word right. True, true, true. Hell yeah. So let's try the rest of these out. Boom! All of our tests passed. All right, cool. Well, hope you guys kind of liked seeing how my brain kind of tries to get through these problems. You know, it's kind of like we run our tests first and then kind of break it down from there. So thank you for watching. Hopefully I'll see you soon.